Hey you all, welcome back to Pearls of Eden, and this is the gift that just keeps on giving. At this point, I don't know if it's a gift, but I'm hoping it can still be used to open the eyes, especially of the people who are not sure of who they're going to vote for come November 5th. Take a look back at that interview, the host from hell, the most ghetto hosts in America. Who am I talking about? Tezlyn Vergara. I did a reaction video Friday and I showed you some clips and we talked about it, and many of you were outraged and your response was much of how I felt as well. It was insightful, it was insufferable, it was hard to watch, but I did want to bring you a few more clips that I feel need to be seen. I think we can learn a lot even through all of the chaos if you have ears to hear. So we're going to jump right into it. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Let's take a look at the first clip.
As a former foster child, had I aged out, I would have only left the orphanage with a garbage bag full of clothes, and they would have given me a $700 check a month and told me good luck. So I think that it's disgusting, a spit in the face to kids like me who didn't ask to be born into the situations that we were born into, that we would never be able to qualify for the resources that are literally being given to somebody else. Additionally, let's talk about the reasoning why they're coming over here, because we keep talking about the type of people that are coming over here. Let's look about the reasoning why they're even letting them coming over here. Black people are no longer fearing that the Republicans are going to take away our right to vote. These voter suppression arguments are no longer working. Yep. Yet if you can threaten an entire demographic of people, it's at 10 million now. We can only imagine what it would be in the next 4 years if this woman wins this office. In which case, now if you tell that large of a demographic of people that they will lose all of their benefits and their citizenship if they were to vote for a Republican, you can guarantee that you now have a new law.
Listen, Michaelah is cooking, as the kids say. But here's the thing, when you are talking to someone who is not educated on the facts and they are just spouting out talking points, things that they've heard, but they haven't done any research, you get nowhere fast. And it's just so frustrating because Michaelah doesn't even get an opportunity to be heard. You brought her on the panel so she could share her perspective, but yet you don't even let her talk. You keep over talking her, and it's so ignorant, and you just show your lack of wisdom and knowledge. And this right here, it really just works to the favor of Michaelah, because Michaelah was able to show herself a strong character. She was classy, she held herself with grace, and I think that's going to win people over to Donald Trump in the end, because people don't want to be associated with this ignorant thinking that she displays. I mean, she puts it on Front Street just how deluded and delusional people with this mindset truly are. Let's keep watching.
That black people have been prioritized last. Every time we're prioritized first during campaign season, prioritized last during an administration. We're gonna go see us be kicked out of the room. We won't even be on the list once these migrants have come over here. There's already 10 million. There's only 49 million of us here. There's only 49 million of us here. Yep. And then if you think about the voter apathy that exists within the black community, there's not 49 million of us voting. But you can guarantee every single one of those illegals who can get out there and vote is gonna go vote.
When we have... He is so right. You know, a lot of times people, especially blacks, they are voting against their own best interests for lack of knowledge. The Bible says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. So they're voting against their own best interests. And it is so unfortunate and it is so sad. And I pray that many wake up before it's too late. And what she's saying is they're literally busing in your replacement. What she's saying is absolute factual. If you just do your research, if you just study to show yourself approved, you will see that everything that this woman is trying to tell you, she's trying to help you, Yet you keep shutting her down. You keep over talking her with your ignorance. It's on full display, loud and proud.
If they're not U.S. citizens.
Yeah. They're literally voting in our elections.
But I do.
Well, the left is working to make them citizens. All across
Not even
America.
just make them citizens. They're getting IDs as soon as they get over here.
Citizen. Are they illegal or are they not?
They're illegals, and they're voting in our elections.
They can't be one or the other. They got to be. Are they illegal or not?
So should they be citizens or not? So should they be citizens
but no,
or not?
we're talking about this election right now.
As you listen, it is so clear that they don't even know what they're talking about. They have no understanding. And it just is so discouraging when you look at the mindset and what are they arguing. They don't even know the point they're arguing. They just need to sit back and listen, because they're over there spouting out truth and facts and giving them information. They're showing them the policies that are hindering, that are causing our people to go back to where they say they don't want to go. Well, you never left because you keep voting the same way.
What's driving the vote?
Michaelah,
The should is what's driving the vote.
Michaelah, I would like to ask you a question.
Okay, hold on,
You were in
guys.
foster care in which state?
California. The same California that is giving $150,000
can I ask you
to
this?
illegal migrants. But if my
0%,
sister,
zero
who
down.
just aged out of foster care
But they
2
wanna
years
give
ago,
you
she wasn't
Hold on,
getting
wait a minute. I agree with giving black Americans the money first, but I do want to ask you this, because again, this is where this Republican talking point always gets me confused. You were aged out at what age?
No, I didn't age out. I was adopted.
Okay.
I'm talking about the people who don't.
Okay,
who
but
do
when you
age
said
out.
wasn't born, didn't ask to be born in the situation they were
Yeah,
right
like
in?
my mom was on crack and my dad was in and out of prison.
Right.
That's not a situation I should have to pay for, yet for whatever
That's right,
reason.
but
the
I
government
also-
didn't feel bad enough for me to give me or my family those resources.
Ma'am.
Ma'am. I mean, she cannot even talk. Why are you the host? You are paid op. Just have her as an op. Just have her sitting on the panel and get somebody else to host, because obviously she just wants to advocate her point of view. She is not a host. Somebody please give her the definition of what a host is and what a host looks like, because she is not it.
Ma'am,
That's a point.
ma'am. I just want to know, when I hear the Republican talking point, I just want to know when they say, pull yourself up by the bootstraps.
I did
when
that.
they say, let me finish.
Let me finish? Did she say let me finish, y'all? Because she can't let nobody on that panel finish. The audacity.
I'm talking about to people who were born, because we talked about this before, people that were born with incarcerated parents, people that are born in destitute situations, because your brother would always say, you have an opportunity to get, I'm not talking about you, I'm just saying, what do you say to the Republican that says that despite the situation you were born in, because none of that is systematic, none of it matters, I'm giving the opposing side, none of it matters, pull yourself up by the bootstrap, you're not a victim, don't be a victim, don't cry. What is your answer to a lot of conservatives that say, regardless of the situation you were born in, that you didn't ask to be born in, I'm not talking about immigration, I'm talking about black Americans.
Yeah.
What is your answer to that? Because Republicans say all the time to stop being a victim and to pull yourself up by the
I genuinely believe
bootstraps.
that once you stop believing that everything is set up against you and that you can't win,
But just
you will
a minute
win.
ago you said it was set.
What Michaelah is trying to tell them, if they would just listen, is that, hey, I've been a part of a system that, listen, nobody owes me anything. I've been a part of foster care. I didn't have the best start. But when you have the attitude that you can win, that you have the attitude that nobody can keep me from being great, then you'll have that mindset. You'll have what you believe. As a man thinketh, so he is. But nobody owes you anything. Yet these immigrants that are coming over, they're getting all of the benefits. They're getting all of these resources that Americans cannot even get. That children that are even in the foster system, they don't even get all of these benefits that they are being afforded. And what she's saying is that is an issue, because that's what they mean by American first. Let's put our citizens first. Yes, we want to help people. We want to see people succeed. We know that people come over here and they want the American dream, but we cannot do so at the cost of our citizens suffering. And that's all she's saying, is that they're getting and afforded resources that even the American citizens are not getting. But you can't talk to her because she's going to override you left and right.
Up against you because they didn't ask to be born in the situation.
They were asked to be born into this situation, yet for whatever reason, they're not offered the same resources that
But I'm not
somebody
talking
else
the
who
resources.
also.
See, you just cannot argue with stupid, nor can you fix stupid. So you know what the scriptures say, when you start arguing with a fool, both of y'all be looking like, because I don't know her IQ and I don't want to insult her, but we're dealing with a very low aptitude, okay, because she cannot even let this woman talk. You know, educated people are able to listen to someone, respond accordingly, you know, but this is not what we have here. She doesn't want to hear what Michaelah has to say. She doesn't want the viewers to hear what Michaelah has to say, because it actually makes sense. Now she's over here thinking she done did something, right? You ever see somebody real special, they think they done won, and it's like, no, you actually just made her point very clear by your ignorance. What Michaelah is saying is no one owes you something. And if you have a victim mindset, if you believe you can't, well, then you won't. But if you believe you can, then you will. But it's all your perception. She's saying, I came from not the best background. I was in the foster care system. I too have my struggles, but yet still I rise. Because it's about a mindset. Only in America could this woman come from where she had come from, these meek beginnings, and go to a 6-figure job, go on to be educated, and go on to, you know, be on the campaign trail for Donald Trump. Only in America. We are afforded all of these opportunities that many people are rushing from the borders to get, yet we neglect it. See, that's the problem. Many people in the West, they don't understand the poverty that is going on in these third world countries. They don't understand how good they have it. But don't worry. Keep on playing. You're going to mess around and find out, because third world nation is being imported as we speak.
Conservatives say pull yourself up out of bootstrap. They say don't worry about resources. Conservatives say don't worry about resources. They say don't worry about it, regardless if the parent was born on crack.
Being empowered, ma'am. Again, we're talking about context.
We're talking about context.
Okay.
Conservatives say all the time.
Pull yourself up out of the bootstraps, correct? Correct.
Pull yourself.
Okay.
So I'm saying regardless of whose daddy was on crack,
help these people pull themselves up out of the bootstraps.
I didn't ask you that.
They should be willing to help others pull themselves up out of the bootstraps.
That's right, but I didn't ask you that.
Now, this isn't a Republican talking point, because Republicans wouldn't give it to anybody.
Right, I know.
Okay. So there's that. I came up, I didn't have to get any of that. And yet I walked into a 6-figure job. I dropped out of college and did the same thing, raising my dollar by myself. I don't believe that telling yourself things aren't going to work out for me, or, oh my God, I have messed up. Once you believe that, that is your life.
I'm not talking about believing.
You tell yourself, I'm going to win. I'm going to win.
We got that, but I'm just saying people that born, I just want to see your opinion on people that born into
I went to the illustrious Clark Atlanta University, and they told me to find a way or make one. So anybody born in any situation will do just that.
Then there's no point in talking about that destitute situation.
It is.
Let's move on.
Because right now people are being allocated resources.
Hope that there was something you could gain from this, but I just think that it's important that people understand what we're up against, and that you are informed on the facts. Do your own homework, research, study to show yourself approved. Don't just go along with whatever people give you on both sides. Do your homework, but most importantly, pray and ask God to order your steps and guide you. And I promise you, He'll show you some things that you could never see on your own, because it takes God to remove the veil. All right, guys, till the next time, I love you to life. Be blessed.